Many thanks for staying with us. You're still watching iBrand Daybreak. We now delve into another topical issue. Commercial drivers in Lagos State, under the aegis of Joint Drivers Welfare Association of Nigeria, JD1, have threatened to embark on 7 days protest and boycott of services across over multiple and excessive extortion by the management of parks and garages in the state. The association, in a statement by its national leader, Akintade S. Abiodun, Chairman Opeyemi Sulaiman, General Secretary, and the Assistant Secretary Taufik Hassan, scheduled Monday, October 31 for the commencement of the protest, as it instructed its members to adhere to the instruction. Dr. Dayakaide is still with us. Dr. D, what's your first reaction to this proposed strike or protest?
For me, it's a right step in the right direction, because for a very long time, all these road transport workers had been extorted for nothing, to the extent that even the profits that's supposed to accrue to them goes to who knows. You will remember few weeks back, I think on this same platform, we were discussing about a particular sticker that they were being forced to buy for 500 naira each. Now imagine that 500 naira on each of the koropis, keke maruas, buses, danfos in the whole of Lagos.
And even motorways in some parts
of
Lagos.
Even motorways, yeah. Oshodi Songo axis.
Axis, you still have motorways.
Down to Mushin. Do you understand? Imagine that. That humongous amount of money. Where is that money going to?
But at the end of the day, park managers were dissolved, and one would wonder why all of this is coming from, and as you said, where the monies are going to.
That's
the other time people were saying NSAS. They banned NSAS. They now brought in which one? Is it not the same story? No, is it not the same story? What do they understand by parks? Not to talk of management. Who are the people managing those parks? What expertise do they have in managing parks? Do you understand what I'm saying? What expertise do they have? If I tell you about what we call park management, you'll be amazed. It's something that I have seen, I have tested before. Anytime I'm in America, I like going around with Greyhound. Do you understand? Greyhound is the bus, but they call it Greyhound. It's being operated by the government and individuals. And a group of individuals. And when the bus is leaving a particular station, let's say for instance, going from somewhere in Maryland to somewhere in Ohio, okay, it has time that it will leave that Maryland, exact time, plus or minus close to 0. You understand? Plus, if it's 9:15 hours, 09:15 hours, it's going to be exactly 09:15 hours it will leave. Whether the passengers are filled up or not. And it has speed limits. Inside, you enjoy yourself with even Wi-Fi. When it gets to any park, the park already knows that this particular vehicle is coming at so time. They will have prepared where it's going to park. Okay? As a passenger, you can step out from the bus and then enter the park without any form of molestation at any time. Even 1 a.m. in the midnight. You will enter that place, it will be as if it's during the day. You can have a shower and all that. Now go to our parks here. What do we see? What do we see? And nobody can harass any driver there.
So you're saying there's no need for these park managers to even start with?
What I'm saying is this how it's supposed to be? You know, the other time I mentioned something that wealthy Lagos is possible. Wealthy Lagos is possible. That still from that wealthy means transportation and traffic management. They are two different subsystems in a system. All right, transportation in terms of conveyance of commuters from like Oshodi to Sango. All right, that does not mean that it will not carry people that are going to Ikeja, Idimangoro, Cement, Adealu, Yanopaja, Pleasure, all and all like that till it gets to Sango. But it gets some time that it will get there. Okay? 2, at those bus stops, no passenger must be harassed. The driver itself must comport himself or herself. Are you with me? Then the bus lane, he must not go outside the bus lane. Must. The only thing that can make that bus to move outside his bus lane is when there is probably road maintenance working on. And even notice will have been given that you have to veer off this lane to this lane for between maybe for maybe 50 meters.
Well, those are places where they have working systems.
But
so
can we have it here?
That's what I'm saying.
And that's why I said,
challenges.
listen, that's why I said wealthy Lagos is possible. You understand? When I say it's possible, that it's not yet, we are not there.
So how do we get there? How do we get there? How to get there? For instance, is it that the laws are not there, or the laws are not strong enough, or are we saying that those who are supposed to manage or enforce the laws aren't doing the right thing?
Number one, it's not that the laws are not there. The laws and regulations are there. But who is the person at the helm of affairs? Does that person knows his onions? Does that person has the requisite capacity to be there? That person, how well prepared and how well informed is that person as regards these perennial problems? Do you get? It is only when we have been able to put all these things together that we now know where the problems are coming from and how to solve the problem. And how do we solve the problem? Like I said the other time, we need a prepared personality to be in charge in Lagos State. Somebody who have been probably a critic, and then decide, okay, look, let me even see how we can make Lagos work, and then decide to go on his or her own. Okay, this is the problem in Yanapaja. This is the problem in Ikoyi. This is the problem in Epe. This is the problem in Amuwo-Odofin. Okay, this is Lagos as a system. How do I link all these problems together and then holistically make that Lagos work?
Okay, let's look at the issues the drivers' unions have made or raised rather concerning extortion. It goes beyond buying just a sticker. They pay tickets from the park. We know it was 800 naira.
And they also pay. They also pay at every bus stops.
They also pay as well. Yes, quite all right. The Lagos State's branch of the National Union Transport Road Workers, that's NURTW, was suspended by the national body. But that union, the Lagos State chapter, seems to have been incorporated into the Lagos State parks and garages management. That's why we have Musli Akinsanya, known as MC Oluomo, as the chairman of that Lagos State government parastatal. So the question is this issue of extortion. We know quite well Lagos State government is charges 800 naira daily for tickets, but you still have those union. We'll get there. You still have those members of the parks and garages now still getting, you know, the maybe 200, 100 naira at every bus stop. So this extortion of a thing, how do you think it can be addressed? Should it be limited to just the 800 naira tickets in which Lagos State government brought into, you know, the system about 6 months ago, or it should, you know, you should scrap out the payments every bus stop? You know, what exactly are your thoughts?
Now, Samson, more so that I will abhor myself from mentioning names of individuals, so that it won't be, there won't be any political coloration to it. We need to look at it factually now. Factually.
Okay.
I have taken it upon myself before to discuss with some of these so-called omoritas, okay, that normally collect money from one bus stop to the other. It will amaze you, Samson, that most of these guys, they are well educated. Do you believe that? Some of them, not less than 60% of them, are well educated, but no job. And they have to survive. Okay? So what they now do is, they now look at, okay, the best way the way they can survive is by becoming omorita, because they know there are free money there, of which nobody is going to question them. In as much as the money they are collecting there, they will still be settling one person somewhere, and that one will now give them cover. Before you can remove these people, you must provide them an alternative. And that is why when you were talking the other time, as regards what it is over there, you won't see them there, because they are all well placed. They are well placed, they are well engaged, and they are well remunerated. And then food, housing, clothing, they are cheap. Okay? They are cheap. I was talking to you about wealthy Lagos is possible. Right? The T talks about technology. Technology. Whereby most of these guys will be taken to some technovation hubs, all right, whereby they will learn skills. Here are different skills, and to a very large extent will be given a startup. Not that they will be given a startup like that, they will also be monitored, because this thing will be done through that one I told you, Ibile division.
So let's look at
these are the issues.
Let's look at the
I'm coming now. I'm coming now.
Because we really do not have much time.
You see, by the time you do that, one, these people, they will work. When they work, they will earn money. When they earn money, what next? They will pay tax. Will it not affect the economy positively? It will.
Yeah, but let's look at the fact that there is currently a problem with fuel scarcity in different parts of the country. And now they're saying they're going on a 7-day protest. And we know that that would also lead to a hike in transportation fares. What exactly is in the offing for Nigerians?
Or Lagosians?
For Lagosians, it's for the hardship. It's for the hardship. And this one will now be a kind of a lesson for Lagosians to now open their eyes properly. It is not about age now. It is not about age. It is not about Baba Sowipe now. It is about who is prepared, who has that capacity, who is the person that has developed. I mean, you cannot build something out of nothing. Who is the person that has developed that concept, that model, that real model, that is not that one Baba somewhere handed it over to him or how, that has developed it by himself and is ready to now bring it to Lagos, for Lagos to have a base of fresh air. That is what we are talking about. Look at this now. The transporters, they are going on strike. A 7-day warning strike. All right? If they go on 7 days warning strike, there is also fuel scarcity. Now tell me, how will you be able to get to work today?
There's flood.
There is also flood. Do you get?
Bikes have been banned.
I mean, these are things that a focused leader would have looked at and then develop a model. You see, sometimes I weep inside, because between you and me, I have seen everywhere. I've seen virtually 60% of everywhere. I now ask myself, why is Nigeria like this?
But do you
With
think
all the money in Lagos, why is Lagos like this?
Do you think the 7-day protest would achieve expected results?
Well, it now depends. You know what we call government. They have a way of infiltrating into leadership structure of unions. If these people, if
what they did with ASU.
Not only even NLC, even Junsun, they have been doing it. Even to the students, Nance. Even to Ratau.
Do you see that happening this time around?
I have not witnessed the leadership of road workers doing this before. If truly they are feeling the pinch, and they are serious that this pinch must end, I will not see any way that government will be able to infiltrate other than to stop this nonsense. But again, I advise them that they should not be tricked. They should not be tricked.
How do you mean?
They could be tricked in the sense that, okay, don't worry, you ain't going to be doing that again. Because they need money now, especially for the process that is on now. So they might say, okay, don't worry, we have removed those things. But stylishly, they will return it back, because that is where they make, money for elections. So not until, honestly speaking, is the people. I said something here the other time. I said people that refuse to get itself emancipated will continually be, will perpetually be emaciated.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there. Thank you so much, Dr. Dayo Kayode, for the thoughts shared on the show, as always.
It's my pleasure being here. It's my pleasure being here. It's just, I see as service to my fatherland.
Have a good day.
I wish you the same.
All right, we'll take a break now. When we'll come back, we will be delving into sports. Please stay with us.